Why sleep is essential. Have you ever looked at somebody or talked to somebody and thought, wow, they must have woken up on the wrong side of the bed? Well, hopefully, after you hear this, you will consider to take your sleep more seriously. As an athlete, I find it very, very important for me to get enough sleep on a regular basis. My body's already tired, and the next best thing for me to be able to play every day to the best of my ability is to get enough sleep. Sleep plays an avid role in our mental and physical health. However, some people think differently. Sleep plays an avid role in our mental health. To be able to function properly throughout our day, at work or on the field or whatever you do throughout the day, you need enough sleep, because if not, you're going to be in a zombie-like daze. And who wants to be a zombie? Not me. According to sleepfoundation.org, sufficient sleep facilitates the brain's processing of emotional information. So maybe we have a problem at work or an idea at school or a problem at school. Our brain, whether we realize it or not, processes our information while we sleep. Verywellminded.com also gives us a good point. Have you ever heard or told somebody, just go sleep on it? We'll talk about this tomorrow. That's because our brain processes ideas and information while we sleep. We can wake up with a whole new idea to solve a problem. When I was in high school, there were days I woke up and I knew how to solve a calculus equation that I had no idea how to figure out the night before. When we don't get enough sleep, we become irritable, stressed, and depressed. Irritability steers us to being alone. Because if I'm being honest, when I'm irritated, I'm going to go to my couch, sit on it, watch TV, and eat potato chips. I want to be alone. I don't want to go socialize with my friends. And being alone leads to being depressed. So therefore, the lack of sleep leads to depression. We cannot function without sleep, whether it's athletics, academics, or just our daily activities. ColumbiaPsychiatry.org tells us that our brains cannot function at a high level without enough sleep. You know, we've all been there. We forget our keys on the counter. We lock ourselves out of our house. Or you're looking in the fridge and it's staring right back at you. Small inconveniences like that lead to huge problems throughout our day or throughout our week just because we don't get enough sleep. So don't let sleep become a huge disaster when it's not even that big of a deal. Not only does sleep affect our mental health, but sleep is also very important for our physical health. Sleep plays an avid role in our physical health. Our body does so much while we sleep, it's insane. According to sleepfoundation.org, adequate sleep is essential for various bodily functions. Without enough adequate sleep, which is typically 8 hours, dementia, obesity and weight gain, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, hormone imbalances, and immunodeficiencies are at a high risk. As an athlete, my body already has enough wear and tear on it. The next best thing for me to do is to get enough sleep so my body can heal itself and protect itself from illnesses. News.medical.net explains to us how leptin and ghrelin work together. Leptin decreases our appetite and ghrelin increases our appetite. These two hormones can become off balance when we stay up late at night. Since our body is on our biological clock known as a circadian rhythm, when we stay up late, our hormones become off balance, so our brain is telling us that we're hungry, which this also makes midnight snacking a whole lot easier, which we love in the moment, but we don't like it in a few weeks when we gain a few pounds. So our body isn't actually hungry, it's just that hormone imbalance that is thrown off. This is very important for athletes, but specifically those on a strict diet, like bodybuilders or like NFL or NBA players. The National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute tells us that our blood pressure and heart rate falls while we're sleeping. This means that our heart is recovering and resting from the day we've had. Whether it's also academics or athletics, our heart needs rest because that's what keeps our body going. Without this, cardiovascular disease is at a huge risk, so that's why we need enough sleep. The thing that I think is most impressive is our immune cells work while we sleep. We could have a stomach flu or a really bad cold, and the best medicine you can have is to go sleep it off. Isn't that crazy that we could be sleeping so peacefully and our own immune cells are fighting off diseases? Though I believe, along with many others, that sleep is good for our bodies, but there are some people who think sleep correlates differently to your health. Some people believe Sleep is not all that great for your body in certain ways. According to healthharvard.edu, people think that too much sleep can lead to cardiovascular disease, depression, tiredness, and diabetes. Some people think that sleep deprivation is a symptom of depression, so that because they have depression, they don't sleep, not vice versa. Also, people think that naps and oversleeping can lead to cardiovascular disease because we don't get enough activity and enough blood flow in our body. Though I think naps would make me energized to go do more activities, but that's just me. Though some of these explanations make sense, I believe sleep is very important for our mental and physical health. Sleep plays an avid role in our mental health and our physical health, however, some think otherwise. Our bodies do a lot while we sleep, whether we realize it or not. Our own immune cells fight diseases when we're sick. Even when we're not sick, they prepare to fight illnesses. Our heart rate falls and our blood pressure falls so our heart can recover, so cardiovascular disease is not at risk, and our body protects itself. If you want to be in a better state of mind and better shape, I suggest you start counting your Z's so you don't have to start counting your days.